And here we go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to BWTM Sports. If you haven't subscribed already, please do hit the subscribe button. We appreciate it. And thank you to those who already have subscribed to your channel. And if you're subscribed to your channel, please share the videos across your social media. We appreciate that too. BWTM Sports in association with Round for Round Boxing Game and Three Kings Boxing. Okay, so let's get into this one. Tyson Fury. The title of the video, of course, is Tyson Fury says Pianeta didn't hit him during a whole fight. Really? So that's the title of this video. Now, if you listen across social media and across, even across BT Sports, you'll hear Tyson Fury being interviewed, and he genuinely believes, he's telling everybody, including Radio Raheem, that Francesco Pianeta didn't hit him. Now, Tyson may have a point, and he may have a really valid point. If you go across Google and look for Google images of Pianeta landing on Tyson Fury, Tyson's right. Pianeta didn't actually land on Tyson Fury, and even this picture, this is the closest picture you'll get of Pianeta actually touching Tyson Fury. So if Tyson Fury told you, I boxed Pianeta and he didn't land the glove on me, and you hadn't seen the fight and you didn't watch the video, you'd actually believe that this guy went in there and didn't get hit by Pianeta. The fact of the matter is, I commentated on the fight, and Pianeta landed on numerous occasions on Tyson Fury, to body and to head. And they were body shots and head shots. They landed. They may not have landed anything significantly to hurt Tyson Fury. That's another thing altogether. Pianeta not known as a big puncher, but he still landed. And if Tyson Fury really truly believes that Pianeta didn't land on him in this fight, is that a cause for concern? Who's telling him? Who's encouraging him to keep speaking this stuff? He didn't get hit by Pianeta. Of course he got hit by Pianeta. He got hit numerous times by Pianeta. And I'm not saying that as a hater. I'm not saying that, and I'm not being pedantic, or I'm not trying to pick up on small things. But I can't imagine for 1 second Tyson Fury turned around to Peter Fury and saying, I fought Pianeta and I didn't get hit once in that fight. Peter will probably look and said, what are you talking about, son? I mean, I saw you get hit in the fight. And he did get hit in the fight. And the thing is, if his trainers tell him, yeah, mate, you didn't get hit in the fight. You were like Muhammad Ali. You were like Mayweather. You didn't get hit. You shoulder rolled and you didn't get hit or didn't get touched once. You see, that sounds good. That sounds great. And you can tell boxing fans and boxing media that. The fact of the matter is, if you're believing your own hype and you're believing you didn't get hit, you're about to fight a guy who's 215 pounds, faster than anything you've fought in your career, hits harder than anyone you've fought in your career. And apart from Klitschko, I believe, Deontay White will be the second Olympian that Tyson Fury would have fought. You're actually telling the public that you didn't get hit. So then that means that you actually believe you didn't get hit. And if you actually believe you didn't get hit, that's a cause of concern, because you didn't get hit. You feel your defense is tight enough. You lose a bit more weight and you're going to fight the way you do. You don't pay no attention to your defense because you don't believe you got hit. And in terms of development, you don't develop. You don't improve. You keep doing the same things over and over and over again. So you're working to lose the weight off. Great. But there comes a time where losing weight isn't enough. Can anybody tell me, honestly, that they feel that Tyson Tyson Fury has improved as a fighter since Klitschko. And he thinks he's better. That I don't believe is true. So you go into a Deontay Wilder fight believing that you're better than you were before, stronger, faster, according to some. Your footwork's back, your hand speed's there. Look, he had glimmers of real world class putting shots together. And did he stop? Did he try to stop Pianeta? No one knows, but he hit Pianeta with some great shots and put punches together. So I'm sure he wanted to stop Pianeta. Whether he could stop Pianeta is another matter altogether. Now, Pianeta at no point in time looked like he was significantly hurt. Yet, the guy that Daniel Dubois is fighting next has stopped Pianeta, Kevin Johnson. I know people don't like to mention that, but that is what it is. Now, Kelvin White says Fury's talking out of his ass. Well, no, I'm concerned that, you know, when you have a lot of people around you that are saying, yeah, agreeing with you, all siding you, and nobody's prepared to tell you and put you in your place and tell you you're full of shit, then you're allowed to get on and do what you got to do. And I think a lot of people are hoping that Tyson's skill set is going to win him the fight against Wilder. A lot of people are hoping that and praying that it's his skill set. It's going to be enough. That the 3 years of inactivity is not going to hurt him. It's not going to harm him. It's going to have done him the world of good. So I'm looking at every angle now going into this fight. I'm telling you, I'm going to be looking like it's like a fine-tooth comb, everything that's been said. I sat down and listened to Tyson Fury during that press conference. And I said to myself, you know what? This guy's a smart guy. He's sharp. And then as soon as I start saying he's sharp, he'll say some cock and bull stuff. I'm thinking, well, hold on a second. Tyson, you know boxing. You got hit with shots. Look. Do I have to bring out videos to show you got hit with punches? I mean, if his trainer's not saying, whoa, stop that talk. But I mean, I don't even think his trainer would even tell him that. You know? And, you know, boxing's not always about your own skill set. If people think that Tyson's just going to go over there and fight and just basically his skill set wins the fight and he doesn't need his trainer, then what a fight to go into against the biggest puncher in the division. And if game plan A don't work, you have to turn to that trainer who's inexperienced at world level. Nobody knows how good Ben Davison is. So you're going to travel to America with Ben Davison. Okay, that's a whole different ball game over there. I'm telling you, Wilder and his team will have lots of plans laid out, ready for Mr. Fury when he gets there. Skill set alone doesn't win fights. It doesn't. Team, your coach, yeah, all these things are going to be important in the fight. And you know, I'm not sure. I'm just not convinced. Listen, Fury could go out there and do a number on Wilder and love to be proven wrong. But there's a reason why that man is 40-0, and it's not because he's just fought bums. There's a reason why a lot of people avoided Luis Ortiz. And there's a reason why Ortiz was on his backside against Wilder. And Luis Ortiz is highly skilled. In fact, so highly skilled that anytime any other heavyweight's trying to make way in the heavyweight division, they throw Luis Ortiz's name up. When they throw Luis Ortiz up for Wilder, oh, you know, he's too old. You throw Luis Ortiz up for White. He was old against Wilder, but he's somehow young enough for Dillian White. It was a pass and okay for Joshua to duck or to avoid Luis Ortiz, but it's not acceptable for Dillian White to avoid Luis Ortiz to fight Joseph Parker. We've been down this road already. Now, Kyra says Wilder will love to taste what he gave to Pianeta. If Wilder gets close, Kyra continues, this game, it's game over. Kelvin White says he's definitely surrounded by yes men, so I understand your concern. Wilder gonna push his arm down mid jab and clock him with a right hand. Works every time. And Kyra says heart and mentality drive wins fights. If Tyson finds himself in a difficult situation, Deontay Wilder has been in difficult situations before with that same team. If Tyson's in trouble, for example, if he gets put in his ass early against Deontay Wilder, and that's not a man you want to get put down on your ass by early. Is Ben Davison going to be able to be? Are they going to be able to look to Ben Davison in the corner? Is John Fury going to be able to travel to America? There's so many damn questions. You know, it's going to be very interesting to see what this team is really about. It's okay hitting pads. It's okay slipping and sliding and all that stuff. But listen, them pads, if you look at the training session, Tyson looked slick and everything. But slow-ass Pianeta landed on him. I think Tyson only showed 40% of his skills in front of Deontay, knowing he was there watching. He will pull it out when in front of Deontay. Listen, I'll tell you something now. Let me explain something to you about 40%. Listen, nobody can fight at 40%. Nobody does that shit. It doesn't happen. Listen, you're in boxing, and if you're not 100%, this is a blatant contradiction. Check this out for a second. Now, if he's 40% boxing, then 60% of him wasn't concentrating. Nobody can just, it's like, you got a job to do. You got Deontay Wilder watching you, and you got the world watching you. And if you make one mistake, you are going to lose out on 20, 30 million. And your career goes down the drain. So you're telling me Tyson Fury is that good that he can fight at 40% and hide everything in front of Deontay Wilder and still make sure he gets the win and still cover things. What more can Tyson Fury do? We know he can switch from orthodox to southpaw. The best Tyson Fury is what fought Klitschko. So they're saying he's going to show more. Well, I don't know how much more you can show. But I don't believe this 40%. I don't believe that for 1 second. Yeah, they said they're hiding stuff. They can hide what they want to hide. But, his opponent was dog shit, mate. Well, don't say that to me. Because that same dog shit opponent, as you're claiming, is the same dog shit opponent that Tyson said didn't hit him, but actually did hit him. No matter what happens, Fury won't disgrace himself like this Stavern. That's a good point. Very good point. Luke, keep dreaming, buddy. So, you're saying the opponent was dog shit. Now, that's the opponent that really, let's really, really, really be brutally honest, yeah? Brutally honest. 3 years out the ring. 3 years out the ring, almost. You come back, you fight Safa Safiri, and you fight Francesca Pianeta. Is that enough to prepare you to fight Deontay Wilder? Really? Is that enough? Is that enough competitive rounds? Oh, I went 10 rounds. I went 10 rounds against Pianeta. Against slow-ass Pianeta. Pianeta fought the same pace for 10 rounds. Pianeta didn't mix anything up. Pianeta can't punch. Pianeta never put Fury any real significant pressure. Pianeta was just there on almost like a walking punching bag. Fury, Pianeta had a pulse. That was it. Now you're going to compare that against a guy who's made multiple defenses of the World Heavyweight Championship. Pound for pound, one of the biggest punches in world boxing ever. Guy's got a very good left jab, an underrated left jab, thunderous right hand. And the best thing about Deontay Wilder is he knows how to put his punch, place his punch. You know, Jerry Cooney, if you listen to Jerry Cooney, guy who was a world heavyweight contender, fought the best. Foreman, Holmes, Spinks. They fought in one of the greatest fights between Spinks and between himself and Holmes. Is one of the, at that time, was one of the biggest fights in heavyweight history. And he said, I like Tyson Fury, but basically, he ain't ready for Deontay Wilder. I've said it. He's not ready. He's not ready. JD says Fury's going to be having flashbacks of when John McDermott beat him before facing Wilder. Briggs just said the guy was his sparring partner in the IFL in Oh, God. I think he should have one or two more before Wilder. DOG 215 says Fury is like the person who thinks singing in shower means you can sing. Tyson doesn't show too much because nobody wanted to fight him before Tyson will beat Wilder and give him a boxing lesson. Tucker Productions. Let's have this right, will you? Tyson Fury had a better chance of beating Deontay Wilder with Peter Fury in his corner. Look at Fury's body shape now. Look at Fury's body shape when he fought Klitschko. Look at the different types of body shape, different types of training. Is Fury training himself or is his trainer training him? Fury's boxing IQ is much higher than Wilder's. Wilder has a much higher knockout ratio than Tyson Fury. Too many feints and got moves like Jagger, HAA. Ha, 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 ha. It could be a two-deal fight between Fury and Wilder. It could be. Wilder going to be windmilling Fury all over the back of the head, especially with Fury's low left hand. Yeah, of course, he'll go down as one of the greatest heavyweights if he comes back and after all that happens and he beats Deontay Wilder. Yeah, of course he is. But trust me, Deontay Wilder will not be training to get in shape for this fight. He looks in good shape as he is. So something that Fury won't be able to prepare for is that right hand. Because ain't nobody Fury sparring with is going to hit him like the way Deontay Wilder hits him. David Haye dropped Wilder 4 times in sparring. That's nice. That's cool. But can you explain to me, if that's the case, Tucker Productions, why David Haye was unable to fulfill twice his fight with Tyson Fury if David Haye did all this tremendous stuff? If David Haye's that big a puncher, why did he knock over Vladimir Klitschko? Because I saw Haye hit Vladimir Klitschko clean. And Vladimir Klitschko stood in front of him. Samuel Peter dropped Klitschko. Lamont Brewster knocked down Klitschko. Ross Purity knocked out Klitschko. And what's his name? What's this guy's name? Of course, the South African Corey Sanders knocked down Klitschko. So what are you saying? but putting pressure on Frank for pay-per-view fights. Methinks this fight is rushed to fit their quota, quite possibly. Tyson will win every round against Wilder. Okay, stick around. Stick around. I think you really believe that 12 rounds, Tyson's not going to get hit once by Wilder. See, what I do believe Tyson's going to do is try and take away that right hand from Wilder. That's what I believe is going to happen. He's going to try and take that right hand away from Wilder. Belly Trainer said Wilder held his own with Hay. What? There you go. So how much money does this fight generate? 25 million? Wilder held his own when sparring Hay. Wilder will not be a Fury at all. Yeah, of course, because that stacks up right, Tucker Productions, because you all Tucker Productions, name me one fighter Deontay Wilder has fought and not touched. One. Apparently, Hay pulled out of the fight against Fury over intimidation from the Fury family. That's what has been alleged anyway. I've heard that story before as well. And an uppercut. Yeah, he has. The Gypsy King. Okay. It's all right. You keep forgetting. If there were decent names, I would know of them. Not tuna cans. Luis Ortiz is not decent. Not decent. Okay. Anthony Joshua didn't fight him. And let's go. The first champion that Joshua beat, if I believe, was Joseph Parker. But Wilder beat a genuine champion, which was Stavern, who actually won the belt. So Wilder beat Stavern to become champion. Lied about his age. Tucker Warrior for you. I'll do welfare check on you after the fight. Stavern's a tuna can. Yeah, of course. World amateur champion. WBC champion. I don't know about that. I just think that you're one of these guys that like to dismiss fighters. And Ortiz not good enough. So, okay, tell me the best guy that Fury's beat, apart from Klitschko. Tucker, go to bed. Who's the best guy Fury's beat? Oh, by the way, Fury got dropped by Cunningham and he got dropped by Nevin Pajcek. Got dropped by two of those guys. Fury says his style has changed. You can't change your chin. You can't change your chin. Chisora, great. Keep jabbering on like you know it. Okay. All right, Tucker. Well, okay. You break. Okay, Tucker. There's another challenge. Break down the fight for me, please. Give me a fight breakdown. I'm a casual. If I'm a casual, break down the fight for me. Instead of being a sheep and following what everybody else says, break down the fight for me. Show me how the fight goes. Break it down. Write down. Type it down. If you can, I challenge you. I dare you. Break down how you see this fight going. No. Stavern for Areola. I think. Yeah. Stavern for Areola for the. Yeah, I think he fought Areola for a title, didn't he? I think it was vacated by Klitschko. And then he fought Eliminator for the world title. And then he had to, he got the WBC silver, I think it was, or something like that. And then he fought a thing for the championship. He fought him and Areola fought number one, and they were number one and number two in the world at the time. Stavern at his best is better than Parker. Charles Martin is not on Stavern's level. Tyson will need to deal with the heat in Vegas. BK on tour, nobody told me the desert was so hot. Dude, I'm always ringside. Okay. Yeah. Adam Smith's always ringside. Johnny Nelson's always ringside. Paul Smith's always ringside. Spencer Ferron's always ringside. You know, but because you're ringside, what does that mean? You could be ringside. That don't mean anything. I didn't ask you if you're ringside. I asked you to break the fight down. So give me a breakdown. Dan Raphael's ringside. I've never heard him break down a fight. Break down the fight, my friend. I didn't ask you if you're ringside. I asked you to break down a fight. I thought it was common sense that the desert is hot. Yeah, I believe that fight in Vegas would be a good fight, I think, out there. My boy Ingram. Wilder can't box. Yeah. Olympic bronze medalist, can't box. Yeah. Olympic bronze medalist. Olympic bronze medalist. Can't box. Yep. So again, Mr. Tucker, can you please break down the fight for me? Give me a breakdown. Fury play with Pianeta and Kevin Johnson knocked out Pianeta. Kevin Johnson is now fighting Daniel Dubois. Joshua knocked out Johnson in a couple of rounds. Already have. No, you didn't break the fight down. You haven't broken the fight down. You haven't given us a breakdown. Why Wilder only loses technique when he goes for the kill like a crazy energy release? That's true. That is very true. That is not a breakdown. It's a statement. See, I asked for a statement. I asked for a breakdown. You said Tyson at classes Wilder in every round. That's not a breakdown, Tucker Productions. That's not a breakdown. And you're calling me a casual. That's not a breakdown. That's not a fight breakdown. That's a statement. Sadly, yesterday's fight only reminded me of George Foreman's comeback. Fury's body has aged drastically. There we go. He should have got him out of there, says Mikey Bier. I can see Fury's smother tactics working for the first half, but I can also see him walking onto a bomb on the way in. I can see that too. Tucker, you're not producing, LOL. Didn't see Peter Fury or Huey at Tyson's fights. No. Stavone was already beaten and stopped by a bomb in Demetrius King before Wilder got to him. No, he wasn't. Go back and look at the fight. It was a premature stoppage. It was a silly stoppage. And he wasn't. It was a poor stoppage. Go back and check your facts, JD. Can box Tucker. Wilder is the toughest fight to date for Wilder. Toughest date to fight for Wilder. Don't be silly, Mr. Tucker. All you need. No, mate. No, mate. Sorry. Tucker Productions. Mate, proper tool. Do you know what? You're people like you, Tucker. Do you know what I enjoy doing to you? I'm not even going to do that. I'll just ignore you for the rest. I won't even block you. I'll just let you go on. See, when you have to start insulting people, insulting people's channels, mate, you haven't got a clue. But when you have to start insulting people on channels, it tells you that you can't break a fight down. I've just asked you to break a fight down. You're getting personal. But mate, you don't know shit about boxing. That proves the point. Because if you knew shit about boxing, you wouldn't make a statement. You break the fight down. Tucker, you are the weakest link. Goodbye. Tucker must be about 10 years old, 10 or 15 years old. So he's running around some holidays. James Doherty, great to see you in the room, my friend. Tyson needs to start to box smart and try to tie Wilder by getting close. Take away Wilder's best punch, his right hand. Then who knows? Hope Tyson can do it. Tucker, thank James for his production of a breakdown. Fury worries me that he pulls back with his head up when avoiding punches. There you go. Tyson, Ingram, are they not talking at all, Peter and Tyson? I don't know. I've got an idea. If Tyson turns up like Germany, oh my good lord. You tell me how Tyson Fury gets from what he's got at the moment, his body shape, and you're telling me that Tyson can change his body structure from now and get it right by November, which basically means to spend half the camp, get himself into shape. Oh dear. Oh dear, B. This is perfect for Tyson to really shut the Joshua fanboys up, win or lose. I think this is the main reason he took the fight. He ain't bothered about the belts. He's already had them. What do I think of Ben Davison? Unproven. You got to start from the bottom to get to the top later. Ingram ain't here to be liked. Yeah, I know he's a hater, but I got rid of him anyway. The same belief that allows for people to believe that Fury is this fantastic talent is the same reason that have people believe in Marciano was a great heavyweight. Shit. It is absolutely incredible. When you ask a person, they make a statement, and then you ask them, break a fight down for me. They can't break the fight down. They want to knock me for having an opinion, but I'm logically breaking a fight down. I'm not just saying I don't like that fighter or I don't like this fight. I'm logically breaking it down. I'm logically breaking the fight down and explain to you this and this. I'm saying Fury can win the fight. He's got the ability to win the fight, but I don't believe he's ready. I think he's undercooked. 2019 would have been better for him. You get more time to get yourself in shape and to also fight somebody who actually can punch. On Fury's comeback so far, he's fought nobody that can actually crack. He's going to fight a guy who actually can crack and can punch harder than anyone who's fought in his career. And getting knocked down by Nevin Pajek and getting knocked down by Steve Cunnington is not good. But he says he can take a punch. I appreciate that, but it's who you're taking a punch off. Vladimir Klitschko was the best of the worst era in the heavyweight division. Fury looked like an egg on legs, never gonna be an athlete. Fury lost a lot of weight too fast. I question if he can take solid body shots in later rounds. Good question, Kid Stacey. Fury's a risk taker. He's done it before, so he's game. I like it. It's what the division needs. Yes, it's what the division needs. No, it's not what the division needs. Sorry, I have to disagree. It's not what the division needs. The division needs the best fighting the best. And the first excuse people will make, Wilder KO's Fury, they will say, he wasn't ready. Wait for the excuse. He wasn't ready. He was ready beforehand because everyone's pushing Fury to fight Wilder now. Now Wilder, if Wilder KO's Fury, they're going to say he wasn't ready. He came back too soon. You know, he come off, wasn't prepared. I don't hear those excuses. I don't hear any of those excuses. Because according to some of you people here, he beats him. He outboxes him. He outclasses him. So, okay. I don't want to hear if he turns up. If. There's no if. A lot of you are saying that he is good enough. So if he's good enough, he beats Wilder. And that's it. And if he doesn't beat Wilder, give the man credit. What I don't understand is this. So people say, are you not supporting Fury now? It's got nothing to do with supporting Fury. It's to do with being non-biased and just trying to be objective and say, look, it's not what the general public is saying. I'm not here to be please people. I'm here to give an opinion which is a little different. I'm not just being different for the sake of it. This is a guy who hasn't boxed for 3 years. He comes back. He's fought two guys. He played with one guy for 10 rounds. If you play with a guy for 10 rounds, Wilder don't play. Wilder don't play, and he's not a guy to play with. This is serious business. This ain't joke. This ain't pantomime. This is serious business. There ain't no one in Fury's career that has been as serious as Deontay Wilder. No one. There ain't no one. Right? And Deontay Wilder's last fight, he fought Luis Ortiz, who was considered the baddest man on the planet. Tyson Fury's last fight against was Francesca Pianeta. That was levels there. That's levels. That's a big jump because Pianeta is not a world beater. He's not even a gatekeeper. So I don't understand it. I don't get it. I don't understand why people can't get this. World Breaker Fighting says, good evening, my brother. Luis Ortiz is the toughest fight for all heavyweights after Wilder. Of course he is. Marlo's Corner, good evening, Marlo. Tyson thinks he's ready. I mean, the division needs big fights. No freezing out. I respect both for stepping up. Yes, respect it. Yes, for both taking a fight. But that just tells you what the state of boxing today. At the end of the day, you're not gonna get the fight you should be seeing because Fury, as far as I'm concerned, is undercooked. So you're not getting the best fight in the best. You're getting a guy who everybody's referring to as the Klitschko fight. The man has fought since Klitschko. Why don't people say if he comes in the way he came in against Pianeta? If you're going to call the Klitschko fight, then call Peter Fury up. Peter Fury is not in the camp. He's not in the corner. Ben Davidson's in the corner now. So please, call it as it is. If the Fury that fights Pianeta turns up, that's the Fury you need to look at. That Fury. And there's no guarantee, even if that Fury fought Wilder, he beats Wilder. There's no guarantee that the Klitschko, because that Fury was good for... Listen, he didn't smash Klitschko to bits. He didn't destroy Klitschko. At least people can say Anthony Joshua took his licks, but he knocked Klitschko out. Or he stopped him, dropped him and stopped him. Tyson fiddled his way around to a win. I'm not knocking the win, but he fiddled his way around. Vladimir Klitschko is not Deontay Wilder. And people need to get that out of their head. And get it quickly out of their head. No one wants smoke with that so-called 48-year-old. I agree. Tyson Fury doesn't have the offensive tools to neutralize Wilder. That's what World Breaker says. I mean, if Fury thinks he can beat him, surely he's the only one that knows it in himself. But Fury also believes that he didn't get hit by Pianeta. Fury also believed that he could come back and emulate Muhammad Ali. Fury also said that he would have more defensive than Joe Louis, didn't he? Fury says a lot of things. But self-belief, he's got to believe in himself, you know? England, where are all your wrenches? Oh, I've never given anybody a wrench in my life. So if somebody could tell me how to do wrenches, then yeah, I'll share it. I'll be more than happy to put some wrenches out. How do I see the fight going? I see Fury coming in the best possible shape and having technical difficulties with a guy that is faster than he thought he was, hits much harder than he thought he did. And I see Fury going down early in this fight. I really do. I see him going down early in this fight because I don't think he's going to expect the speed of punch and power of punch that Wilder's going to be producing. I really see Fury going down early in this fight. I'm not saying he gets knocked out early in this fight, but I see him going down early in this fight. And I think the corners are going to be key in this fight as well. How good is Ben Davison as a trainer? How good is Ben Davison when a crisis hits? It's all well and good doing pad work. And how good is Ben Davison when the tactical nous is necessary to make the adjustments? Can he do that as a trainer? Nobody knows. Wilder versus Fury will probably get delayed, I hope. Well, I believe the fight's going to get announced on Monday. I mean, some dates, that's what I heard. Tyson can pull out a lead by round 6-7. Then the real question, can he avoid Wilder's punch power? Knockout power. Big. If. I know. Big up Marlo's Corner. Marlo's Corner. How do you see that bum Fury cut? Okay. How you see how that bum cut Fury off and landed those weak shots on Fury? Shaking my head if you think he'd be winning. Oh dear. Marlos, are you on a cup or laptop? I'm on a laptop, my friend. There's a lot of wishing for failure in this chat room. Hate is a bitch. People treat Fury like he's Paul Bunyan all of a sudden. Unproven. That's why Hatton isn't on board. Well, wait. What makes Hatton a proven world-class trainer? Fury will study. Wilder will study him for a few rounds. Then Wilder will pull him, bam, right hand down the middle. Fury won't see it coming. I don't think he'll see it coming either, and I don't think he'll be able to get out. If you're asking between the two guys who'll get out the way of punches faster, I believe Wilder will get out their way faster than Fury. Although, for Fury, if he's to win this fight, it's going to be because of the jab. Fury wins the fight because he's got to double up and triple up the jab to Wilder. Wilder, up to date, does not know how to block a left jab. So he's got to use the left jab against Wilder. He pulls his head straight back from punches. It's a horrible habit that Wilder's got. He doesn't block jabs. He doesn't parry jabs. Wilder pulls away from punches. Yeah, have to admit, if there's one fight, Tyson... Hold on, let's see. I have to admit, if there's one fight Tyson needs Peter in his corner, it's against Wilder. Don't need any help against Joshua, though. Deluded trolls with no backup to the argument. I know, no backup. Marlo, explain who's your favorite boxer. Let me explain something to the chat. Salute you and the BBC. Joshua gone quiet like church mouse. People need to understand the Fury that beat Klitschko might not beat Joshua and Wilder. Fury might tag Wilder when he's off balance, but Tyson does not have real KO power. There you go. Go to 3 dots on the side of the name you want and make a mod. Oh, okay, gotcha. Boom! World Breaker Fighting has got the first wrench. Thank you, Marla. Appreciate that. Why do these trolls bother coming in here? Because for some reason they think that they, I don't know. They somehow think that I'm gonna. I don't know why they bother. But what makes me laugh is when they come in and they say, "Oh, you've only got 5,000 subscribers," and then I really look at them and I laugh at them. And then you look at their channel, and then it all goes quiet. Eventually, Wilder's going to know Fury hasn't got power and hurt him, just like Malik Scott. Oh dear. Ingram, wrench your boy up. Question. You know when you wrench people up, what does that mean when you wrench somebody? I know. What does it allow a person to do wrench? Does that mean they can come in and delete your work or block people on the channel and stuff? I've just set a wrench to you, Wildfire. I heard the split's 50-50. Ban trolls in chat only. Oh, okay. They can block people and mute people. I can do a good job of it myself. It means they're your certified supporters. I'm not trolling. I sub to join the convo. Oh, no, I don't think you are. It only lets them ban trolls. Oh, right, okay. Well, I thought I did a good job banning trolls, actually. To be honest, there's some people in here that think they can come in and say what they got to say. And every week, they come in and start talking the same nonsense. They badmouth everybody that I talk about. They are negative and stuff. And it does get tiresome. So what I end up doing is when I go after they talk their crap, I go I block them on here, and then I go and I block them on the channel, so I make sure they don't come back again. Eddie Hearn, so quiet, doing the deep sea diving. Marlo's corner is not a troll. Okay, cool. I didn't know, and I'm not suggesting he is. Fury gonna make the fight against Wilder real ugly and clinching to keep Wilder from knocking him out, but Wilder will eventually land. I see me wrench now. Yeah, but you were the first one to get wrench. Ingram, I bet Dillian White is fuming that Tyson got the shot before him. Haha. Well, I said that Dillian White needs to leave his promoter. I've said it 1,001 times, and when I see him, eventually, I'm gonna tell it to him and say it to him as well. I think Fury gets knocked out like Washington. Well, that's quite possible. It could happen. I think Fury's far more skilled than Washington, and he won't sit on the ropes. Well, he won't stay on the ropes. He'll spin off the ropes. Washington just literally goes to ropes. After 4 rounds, like Washington malfunctions, and his feet literally take him to the ropes, and he just sits there, and then he gets knocked out. Luke, Dillian ain't fuming. He ain't want no smoke. Do you think AJ's envious of Wilder versus Fury? Does he secretly wish he was involved in the big fight? No. I think personally, AJ is scared of Wilder. I think he's got some confidence issues when it comes to Wilder, and I'll tell you why. Because, look, everyone's heard the stories about him getting knocked out in sparring by Price. Everyone's heard the stories about him getting knocked out by Lawrence Okoli as a cruiserweight. You know, so if that's the case, you really think he really wants the Wilder fight? And to back that statement up, just look at when they were calling. He was in America and he was at the basketball game. He was looking around, really looking like a man that didn't want Deontay Wilder to turn up to the arena. I wouldn't be surprised if Lawrence Okoli did spar with Fury. Lawrence Okoli probably would be the best sparring partner I would bring in for Fury. But Lawrence Okoli is not Deontay Wilder. Let's get that straight as well. Fury never getting 100%. He looked the same Fury, just a step slower. So it's whatever with me. Wilder deserves it. AJ is not envious, just unsure of himself when he comes to Wilder. Get him ready for Deontay Wilder. Yeah, I don't know if it gets him ready for Deontay Wilder, though. Let me ask you a question. Do you think Lawrence Okoli can beat Luis Ortiz? Did you know 4 years ago, Barry Hearn told AJ to stay away from Wilder? I got the IFL interview. Well, there you go. There it is. What opponent would you choose for Fury? David Price. I'd have had him fight David Price. And I would have had him fight Tony Bellew. One for power, one for speed. Well, I say speed, but, you know, guy who's coming from cruiserweight will naturally be faster. So Bellew for speed. And then I would have had Price for power. I see a Coley fighting Wilder down the line. I don't know what line. I don't know what line. Beautiful. I've just seen Round for Round Boxing posting in the PlayStation 4 community. If you are in the PlayStation community, check out Round for Round Boxing in the PlayStation community. The best viewer gets KO'd by this version of Wilder. That's interesting. Not a chance. I like Dimitrenko for Fury. Dimitrenko for what? What's Dimitrenko going to do apart from stand in front of him like a bloody statue? London, Jennings would have been good for Fury. That's a dangerous fight for Fury, particularly if Jennings can get on the inside of Fury. Everyone else thinks Joe Joyce could pick up a version of world title. I like Joe. Oh dear. Everyone believes Joe Joyce, but it's amazing how people, the qualifying standards of this boxing world today has gone so downhill. It's atrocious. Joe Joyce beats Lenroy Thomas. I didn't know Lenroy Thomas was a gatekeeper to the heavyweight championship world. I didn't know Leroy Thomas was a top 10 heavyweight champion or a heavyweight contender. I didn't know Leroy Thomas was a heavyweight champion. I didn't know Leroy Thomas was a former heavyweight champion. But somehow, Leroy Thomas is a gatekeeper for the heavyweight division. And so therefore, if you beat Leroy Thomas, then you basically are one of the best heavyweights in the world. And that means you're going to win a world title. That's what some boxing experts suggest. That tells you how much they know about boxing. Are we overestimating Wilder here? No, we're not overestimating Wilder. I think we're overestimating Fury. Because Wilder fought the baddest man on the planet and was battle tested. Fury didn't fight Ortiz. And he fought Klitschko, who really and truly has no heart for a fight. We know that. And then when he fought Joshua, he fancied his chance against Joshua and went hell for leather against Joshua. Josie Parker versus Joe George. Yeah, talk about that. Dimachenko was game last night. Had me sweating when he knocked Jennings down. He would have been better than Pianeta. Yeah, I guess so. As world breaker fighter, matchroom in disguise. No, he's my business manager. He's BWTN's business manager. So we'll stop that talk straight away. Del Boy Chisora is the gatekeeper. Well, because he knocked out Takam. Okay. I think Takam would have been a good fight for Fury. Only because of the work rate. Neither AJ or Wilder are scared to fight. Neither AJ or Wilder are scared to fight. Warren, the BT deal snake, actually messed up the deal, knowing AJ could have potentially have been sued and possibly even losing to so-called 80 million in court. Okay, I'm ending this soon, so it's no sense me sending you a link. This is a lot longer than I thought it would be. Dillian White needs an opponent for December. Who could he fight if Luis Ortiz is too tough for him? Dillian White needs to get a ticking over fight and get a world title shot. He needs to fight Manuel Shah. End of conversation. Trust me, Matchroom are watching. Well, good evening, Matchroom. I'm not watching Matchroom, that's for sure. They're great. Don't insult me by saying I'm lapping up for Matchroom. I'm sorry. Okay, shit. Okay, my mistake. That's right. Should be asking you if you're working for Matchroom. Spartacus the Great. Ortiz v. Joyce. I really like that fight. Yeah, I like that fight too. Char. Chilling, checking out this live for the first time. Pretty cool. Yes, Marlo. Good to see you in the room, and I'm definitely going to check out your stuff afterwards. He said Manuel Shah that won it. It's not about what Manuel Shah damn well wants. He's got a promoter. He's got the best promoter in the world. Why doesn't he use this promoter? Billion dollar Hearn. Why doesn't he ask him to try and get the Shah fight? He was fast enough to try and get the Poulet fight for Joshua. Remember that? And you know, I love it. I love it. People come in the room and they accuse one person of being Matchroom, but they mention the Matchroom in here. I love it. Beautiful. It says it all, doesn't it? White should fight Big Baby Miller. Okay, who is Big Baby Miller fought? Who is Big Baby Miller? I think Big Baby Miller should fight Ortiz or Pulev. Big Baby Miller was meant to fight Pulev. What happened there? I love the way everyone thinks that Dillian White should fight everybody, but Big Baby Miller can pick and choose who he fights. What is that garbage all about? Are you really all that brainwashed? Big Baby Miller was meant to fight Kubrat Pulev. What happened? What happened? Backed out? Whatever happened? And Hughie Fury's trying to fight Pulev now. So why is it acceptable for Big Baby Miller to fight Daniel Adamek? I hope Adamek beats him. I actually hope Adamek beats him. Just for fighting that. That's what you call a cherry pick fight. You move from fighting a top class heavyweight in Pulev to fighting Adamek, who's shot past shot past shot. Danger Boy scary, hits like Foreman a bit. Yeah, he's quite hard. He does hit hard. How good is Brighton Jennings? Could he beat White? No, I don't. Let's move on. Matchroom are the X factor of boxing. Oh my good lord. Oh, no. Yep, they're the X factor of boxing. That's why BT Sport are going to be holding two major fights coming up soon. One's going to be Fury versus. Oh, actually, Fury versus Wilder, the fight that super fight everyone wants to see. Frampton versus Warrington. Golovkin versus Canelo 2. Yeah, Matchroom is are the yeah, of course they are. Big May really won't risk nothing. Yeah, you know why he won't risk it? Because probably after Joshua gets past Povetkin, probably in December, Joshua's going to fight Miller. That's why it's going to happen. And after Miller, he's going to try and fight White. See, wait, just wait for it. Big B Miller and Adamek, worlds collide. Yeah, of course they do. Dillian White deserves a title shot. All I'm interested in is Dillian White get a title shot. That's all I'm interested in now. Big Baby Miller will. Personally think Matchroom are top of the game. Why so much hate, Ingram? Oh dear. Listen, if you don't like what I've got to say, please unsubscribe and leave my room. Listen, I need some more I need some more wrenches in this room, definitely. Let's see if I can get some more wrenches in this room. Marlo's corner, you're getting a wrench. There's a wrench for you, Marlo. Cairo, you're getting a wrench, my friend. These people need to get Lawrence Williams. Lawrence, man, you're a good man. You're getting a wrench, my friend. Proper wrenching people now, man. Right. I'm wrenching you guys up. So if you see anybody talking nonsense, spreading propaganda and trying to cause and start accusing me of being a hater, block their asses. Not having any of it no more. Proper. I'm going to come to the end of this chat anyway. Listen, if Matchroom is so great, I didn't know a promotion of greatness was based on one fighter. If you want to talk about greatness, know your boxing. Don King was a great promoter. How many fighters did he have? Was it just one fighter and bust? Or did he have numerous champions? Don King's what you call a promoter. Please, don't bring your limited way of thinking and lack of boxing knowledge into this room and stop talking about hate. I just don't do bullshit and I don't do propaganda. Don King was a great promoter and Eddie Hearn is nowhere near Don King's standards. Nowhere near. How many purse bids has Matchroom lost? Don't talk to me about promotion. Don't talk to me about Matchroom in the context of the greatest thing since sliced bread, because they're not. And, you know, I rate Sauerland and what they're doing. I think they're doing a great thing. I rate Frankie Boy Warren because Frank Warren doesn't just produce world champions. He's produced a lot of legends within boxing. He's got a legacy, Frank Warren, in boxing. Think what you want about, I don't like Warren because he don't pay his fighters. Well, are you one of those fighters? At the end of the day, I think Warren's done a great job. He's brought us some of the great fighters in the UK. Ben, being one of them. And there's quite a lot of other fighters. Kawasaki, Hatton. Need I go on? He looked after these guys' careers and brought them to be the fighters that you appreciate today or disrespect today. So that's my thoughts on that. That's not hate, that's fact. So don't come in here, get that guy out of my room, please. I don't want to talk no more about damn Matchroom talk. Listen, Don King's the greatest promoter ever. Period. That's it. Don't talk crap to me about, oh, well, he was a criminal and he was this and that. Listen, Don, check the amount of fighters, great fighters Don King had on his stable. Check how many fighters he's had on that stable as a promoter. And you're telling me that Arum and Hearn and DeBella and all these guys ain't crooks as well? He's just suggesting to me that they're all smooth guys. Is that what it is? Or is it a bit of jealousy there? Don't talk rubbish. Please don't talk rubbish. Because what's good for one is good for the other. Joe Blow, that man is like 90. Get out of this room. Okay, people call Eddie Hearn Silver Spoon because he's Barry Hearn's son. Fair enough. But Warren's son are in a similar position. Put Eddie is just a step ahead of today. I don't care. I don't care. Do you see it? Would you see what it says this title? Tyson Fury says Pianeta didn't hit him during whole fight. Really? Right? I'm talking about Eddie Hearn. I don't give a damn about Matchroom and Eddie Hearn. That's yesterday talk. The talk today is about Tyson Fury and the Wilder fight. I'm not interested about Matchroom. Take that talk and take it somewhere else. Anybody use the word Matchroom in this room tonight, block them. And I want to end this talk soon anyway. Because I want to go to bed. I'm just putting people straight about a few things. Ingram, you have to set up your guidelines for what you want to talk about in the chat. Well, I just have done. Top marks, Ingram, for going against narrative. All too prevalent in today's boxing channels that the sun shines out of Matchroom's ass. I mean, it doesn't. All promoters are scumbags, but it only seems to be pushed to the forefront when they mention the king. Of course. Well, you know why that is, don't you? Because Arum, they don't mention Arum. They don't talk. Well, why don't anyone talk about Arum and the relationship he's got with Pacquiao? Why don't you talk about that? Huh? Talk about that. No, you ain't going to talk about that, are you? Because it doesn't fit your narrative. Don King robbed so much of Tyson's money, he couldn't even get a blowjob. Yeah, you're just repeating what Tyson said. That's all. Don't repeat what people say, man. Come up with your own original narratives. Listen, do you know what? If Matchroom's so great, do yourselves a favor. Get yourself a YouTube channel and talk about how great Matchroom are. And you know what? You're probably getting paid to do this anyway. That's the thing. You notice how you're in a room having a decent conversation and people come in and start talking about Matchroom? Selling Matchroom. I think what I'm going to do from now on, listen, if a conversation, people who are wrenching up, if a conversation from future, if I do any videos and Matchroom's got nothing to do with the conversation, please wrench up and block. Straight up. Thank you. Pac-Man has no promoter. Marky Mark, 300 million. Mike Tyson got LOL. Umar, big up. I think Bob Arum stole 50 million from Manny Pacquiao. I want a spammer. Give me a spammer. They're literally graveyards full of Bobby Arum fighters. These guys are craziest, man. Oh, God. This is what happens when a promotion is dying. Ingram, block him and get on with the show. Yes. Fill off. There you are, mate. Moderate. Here's an orange for you as well. There you go. Thank you. Wrench for Ingram. Let's get them smacking comments. You're all getting wrenched up tonight. There we go. Just wrench these people up tonight, man. It's what Tyson said himself. LOL, Chillingham. I'm not chilling. I'm not chilling. See? They see you let this stuff slide. We come back to the Tyson Fury thing. You let this stuff slide. I don't let this stuff slide. I do not let this stuff slide. There's definitely money change hands between something and certain channels. How can people not see that? Of course. Paid trolls. That's what I call it. Fury said that he looked like Sugar Ray Leonard. Embarrassing. There you go. I like Joe Parker's PR man. He's quite funny. Yeah, I think Josie Parker's trying to get a fight with Lawrence against Bacoli. Listen, if Parker fights Bacoli, Parker will get smashed by Bacoli. You heard it here. So there you go. You know what, people? I'll just say this much. You can fall for the okie doke, and you can listen to the crap, and you can sail along, and I keep saying it to you before, you can sail along believing these things, but this is how I end this conversation tonight. The boxing gods are unforgiving. If you don't do the things that are necessary in boxing, your road work, however that may be, some people like to run treadmills, other people do their road work in other ways. If you don't do the things necessary, if you don't have a trainer in your corner that's telling you, well, if you've got let's put it this way, if you've got a yes man in your corner as a trainer, I'm not suggesting Ben Davison is a yes man, but I'm not suggesting he's not a yes man. If you've got a trainer in the corner that won't point out your flaws to you, or is incapable of pointing out your flaws to you, or is too much of your best mate to tell you what is what, do you know how you find out? You find out when you're on your ass. Tyson Fury is no different to any other boxer in the world. No different. No different. I'm sorry. Boxing is unforgiving. And whilst Tyson may think he looks like Sugar Ray Leonard, Sugar Ray Leonard would have put 5-10 punches up against Pianeta round after round. He would have stopped Pianeta. It'd have been vicious. Leonard was vicious. And I think he said he didn't get hit. Dear. It's almost down delusional. Tyson camp are full of yes men, blowing smoke up his ass 24/7 like that Asgy bloke. See, and the other thing that's concerning, people are more concerned about Tyson's weight than they are talking about his actual boxing ability. And that is a problem right there. If you're a professional fighter, you never hear people talk about Andre Ward's weight or Floyd Mayweather's weight. The only time they'll talk about Mayweather's weight is if he's moving up and down in class. But the fact that Fury's not moving up in weight class in terms of moving from heavyweight to super heavyweight, then the conversation of weight shouldn't be coming in. All right? Notice Hatton in the corner, and there may be more input there than we realize. What is Hatton gonna do when Wilder throws that right hand and it connects? That's all I'm saying. I'm leaving it as that. Fury gained sleep like the guy in his corner did. Tyson will need to spar with fast cruiserweight heavyweights for Wilder, that's for sure. Tyson is that dude at the party dancing crazy in the middle of the floor, swearing he's doing something. Listen, as the weeks go by, and those who have followed the channel and have consistently ignored my thoughts about Tyson Fury from 2017, and even way back when I said the 2 Hay fights wouldn't happen, I told you about him needing to vacate them belts. I told you he wouldn't box in 2017. I told you in 2018, I hope that you don't take 2 fights and then fight a world title fight. Everything has gone to script. And now I'm telling you, he needs to be careful of that straight right hand of Deontay Wilder's. It's sad. It really is sad. And I know I don't want to hear people say that Tyson Fury wasn't ready for Deontay Wilder, because according to a lot of you in here, he's ready for Deontay Wilder. So I don't want to hear any excuses. And I don't want to hear any excuses if Deontay Wilder does get beat by Tyson Fury, because guess what? Deontay's got no excuses. He's fit. He's ready. He's lean. He's just come off a career best win against Luis Ortiz. So, and if people turn around and say, oh, well, Wilder took Fury at his best possible time. Well, nobody forced Fury to fight Wilder. And it's not a cherry pick. It's not a cherry pick, because Fury himself has agreed. So if the world accept that Fury and Wilder is a fight to make and it's the right time to make the fight, then fine. But most people in boxing are saying, don't take this fight. Hatton got popped by a left hook. Ortiz got popped by Wilder against the ropes. Don't sleep on Wilder off the back foot. Right. Ladies and gentlemen, guys and girls, thank you all so much for watching. This has been BWTM Sports. I'm out. It's gone a little longer than I expected, but I'm out of here. People saying, oh, I just want to close this off. People saying Fury's been training for how long? He looks so great on the pads. You tell me in 2 fights where the improvement's been, apart from Fury's lost weight. I didn't see anything different. He looks slower. Guys, take care. Much love to my man, James Doherty. Jamie, just by the way, don't tweet, or don't use caps when you're talking, because Nightbot doesn't like it. Not me, Nightbot. Robert Townsend says Fury's timing wasn't great. He was running most of the fight. No big punches. The Italian did have a mark on his face. Wilder's going to have a field day with him. Don't forget, Round for Round Boxing. This is the official channel for Round Boxing. Check them out. www.roundforroundboxing.com. Don't forget to rate, subscribe, and leave your comments as always. We're out. Take care.